so we are back. So what I've done is I've taken daisy chain wire, right, that you can get at your favorite arcade store. You can actually make your own by crimping ends on wires, right? With a crimper. Get this at Home Depot, Amazon, everything's on Amazon. By crimping this, you know. So I've taken one of these with 3, right? So I have one for these 3 buttons, the grounds. One of these for the 3 buttons on the top that I'm using for my options, share and PS buttons. And then I have one for this top row, daisy chained to the one end. So I have 3 grounds. And basically what I want to do is kind of bring these over neatly. One came out. Don't want that to happen during a tournament. Right, or a match. So essentially what I want to do is cleanly bring this around, because what I'm going to do is put the PCB here. This is a metal case, so what I've done is I've taken black electrical tape and kind of just put it down here just so to prevent the possibility of a short. But I kind of want to cleanly bring this here and minimize kind of the wire mess that you know can happen. So what I've done is I've taken this tubing that I mentioned earlier, and I'm just gonna like cut it, and I'm just gonna kind of expand it. It really expands, and I'm just gonna stick this in there. So I have these 3. I'm just gonna stick this in here. You know, not required. I could just tape these, but I find that this is just cleaner. And I'm just gonna pull this in this way. It's just cleaner. You don't have to do it though. You could just use tape. You know what I mean? Like whatever floats your boat. I found this on Amazon really cheap one day, and I was like, let me just buy it. So here it is. So now I'm just gonna tape the ends over here. Got some white electrical tape. Right. I'm just gonna tape it. You actually could burn this as well, like melt it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna tape the end to kind of give it a little tautness, clean look to it. There's a million ways to do this. I've seen some really expertly done ones. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm alright, you know, like I get the job done. But there's always something new to learn with this kind of stuff. And always someone who does it better. So essentially this is what I have. Right? And then these ends, I'm gonna bring this around here. Sorry. I'm gonna bring this around here, and this is gonna go into my board. And this is just the grounds for all my buttons. I could have done the tubing like on my last one with all of this, a lot neater. And you can buy them online as well, already pre-done with this, but it's a little pricey. So, you know, making your own is not really hard. And then I could just rip this and cut it to the size that I need. So essentially I'm gonna cut these ends off like this. Right? And strip them. This is a stripper. So boom, that's gonna go in my Brook board. So really simple. Like this is not that hard to do, which is kind of my point for this video. So let me just cut all this. I'll clean it up, but I just kind of wanted to show that this wire that I just stripped, well basically this is ground, so I'll find a ground right there and just screw that in there with the little screwdriver. Probably one that you can use for your eyeglasses because it's so small. But there's more than enough grounds here. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 grounds, and I have 3 here, and there's 1 here. So that's the grounds, right? And then I'm gonna basically, probably this way, mount this board on here. And I already kind of placed these sticky things, and what I'm gonna do is basically, I mean, there's multiple ways to mount a board, and if you guys know better ways, do let me know in the comments. But usually I just twist tie these here with 4 of them. You know, I'm gonna add these 2 more here, 1 here, 1 here, make it a little taut, call it a day, you know. And then put my wires in there, bam, and that should do it. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish this up, add the lines for the buttons, make another one of these with just the button. Wires, I'll know what button it goes to because I'm using multiple colors, so I'm using 1 color for each button. And then I'll have this wired up, and then I'll just connect the USB to my port using this. From here to there. I probably could have got a shorter one, but it's okay, I have room for that excess. And then the cable for my joystick, so I'll probably come back and we'll show you that. But it's pretty much almost done. So, all right, so I'm back. Have it all wired up, tested, it's working. I'm just gonna hold it up for a while so you can see it. Got my buttons wired into here. Got my common ground wires also in there, USB to my Nutric port. I got my joystick wires straight into the joystick section. Tested it on PS4, it's working fine. Wasn't that hard to do, really just connecting wires and screwing them in. Anyone can do it. So I do give it a recommendation. Working great, and check me out on @RealSkeen on Twitter, hadojo.com, joystickvault.com. Peace, SRK, fallback, gaff, what's on that one? Peace.